My name is Merve Elveren. I'm a curator and a researcher based in Istanbul. The room that we're now sitting in is the room for Day to Day. Day to Day is actually a part of YAZ Publications, which is produced for the 16th Sharjah Biennial by Zeynep. Almost 2 years ago, Zeynep invited me to be part of one of the publications in YAZ. Day to Day started around that time. And over the past 2 years, we had a chance to work with Betu, Aksu, Ayşe İdil İdil, which you see behind me, and Okyanus, Çağrı, Çamcı. Day to Day, which is quite explanatory in its name, it talks about how you move forward or how you spend your day. What are some of the struggles? What do you mean by mobility or what do you mean by immobility? This can be a physical situation, but this very well can be psychological. So what you see in the publication is responses that we got from Betu, which I will talk about their work separately, Ayşe and Okyanus. Later last year, once we're finalized with the publication, Zeynep then suggested to produce the works and present the works within the exhibition space. So then we started working with the 3 artists to realize some of these works. However, they're not necessarily the works that you would see and read within the publication of Day to Day is not the same as you see in the room. So the artist took maybe a step further to either kind of produce new work that would stem from the publication or their initial ideas within the publication and started thinking about the space. The one that you see at the back is Ayşe İdil İdil. In the publication, Ayşe included 2 sets of text, I would say, that are non-linear, sometimes very personal notes, memories, but also sometimes social and political issues that she has been living under. In the exhibition, she then decided to work with various mediums. So it's a larger scale installation that has a voice recording where you would hear Ayşe talking to his late father, a video recording, and then several photographs and few texts from the publication. This work is mainly to do with how we keep the memory, how we preserve the memory, how we visualize the memory time to time, and how these social, political, economic changes are affecting our daily lives. It's about stillness, but it's also very much about movement. How do you move from one place to another? How do you then start defining belonging? And what do you start calling home? When you start looking at the photographs and the text, then it becomes almost impossible to really understand if it's about today or if it's about a few years ago or if it's almost like a prediction about future. Betu's work was a text-based work in the publication, which she also took further steps of how to kind of see it more as a moving image within a publication. For the exhibition, she produced this new work with the same title, and it's a work that is produced in the bed, and it's almost like a guideline to get out of the bed. You will see the audience is kind of left with still images, moving images, but also how the daylight actually starts coming into the room. And almost, as I said, like a guideline, the work shows different attempts to get out of the bed by using hands, sometimes using the body, but also sometimes the attempts are very similar to one another. But sometimes you're just left with these attempts that fail, or with a very small gesture of kind of making sure that you're out of the bed. And you're almost always left with the daylight, so you can follow the day passing by in each attempt. And the idea of time is also somehow very close to Ayşe İdil, is collapsed in many ways. The movement and the stillness that you see in Ayşe's work, in Betu's work, can also be followed with Okyanus, Çağrı, Çamcı. Okyanus, here in the room, we're showing several drawings from Okyanus, which are latest from 2023, if I'm not wrong. And it's about, this time it's about traumas and how family traumas, especially from mother to daughter, how the traumas are passed on to one another, and how one individual can then start transforming themselves and moving away, or attempting to move away those traumas, or how you deal with these traumas. And the medium that she used are quite variety. It becomes quite a personal story for Okyanus, but there's pastel, there's oil, there's prints, collages, and watercolors that you see here. The movement, the mobility and the immobility that you see, or belonging that you see in Ayşe's and Betu's work, then becomes almost like a transformation in Okyanus' presentation here. Of course, everything is translated. The audience can come and read about these works. There's these kind of short descriptions that you can find. Also a short description of what day-to-day is in the space as well, in this pocket exhibition. And there's also, for example, with Betu's work, of course, as a video piece, there's a translation that comes along with it, but with Ayşe's sound piece, there's also a translation that you can follow what she's talking with her father.